Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&Chew Guy, and this is the number 23 short format Chew Review. This is Chew Review Part 2, Starr Original. So taking a look at the packaging, it is interesting to note this again. This is like the peach that I showed on the channel news last week. This is a singular sold bag, thus barcode on the bottom. This is not part of their box, 2 pouches to a box set. This is a bag being sold, just this, at $2.19. Also, if anybody notices, probably not with this camera, there is a little bit of water damage down in this corner. That is because my local postman decided to put the box that this came in at the edge of my porch during torrential rain. True story. Thank you, postal worker. Anyway, taking a look at the packaging. So you have the newer Starr layout. It is sort of a red, white, and blue. 3 stars going across. Overset it almost looks like a split old log. There's like a wood grain going on there, if you can see it. Finest quality, loose leaf chewing tobacco, warning label, special price. Same on the other side, except you have a flap. It is folded over 2 times with once back in a third time back in the opposite direction. There is still no ziplock on this bag. On the bottom, you have branding, the barcode, the fact that this is a product of Swisher International Incorporated of Wheeling, headquartered out of Wheeling, West Virginia for their smokeless. www.swisher.com for the website. Below that, you have the domestic foreign. Domestic is 46.5% and foreign is 53.5%, keeping in line with almost all Swisher products because Lord knows we couldn't have a round percentage in there. That would be too simple. Off to the side here is the little shield denoting that this is a trade union made product. So I'm going to open it up. I will link at the end of this the original review of Starr Original. I believe it was favorable. This is actually, for lack of all its frills, one of the better overall Swisher products. It's got a lot of glue dots. I will try to get a count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it looks like it's skipped out 8, 9. 9 on the package, but it was probably off-centered going through the processing. There should usually be about 12. So, smell off the bag. It's a pretty strong smelling original. I mean, raisins, molasses. The product looks fairly well coated. It's tacky to the touch. I mean, I'm not going to say it's like wet like a Stoker's product, but it is tacky to the touch, and there is moisture shown on the inside, although I'm sure you can't see that. The product itself, it's been well coated. It is not as dark as some non-budget products, but as I said, it feels tacky. It is what I would call with loose leaf, probably a medium cut. A lot of translucent bits that I'm seeing between the light and myself. Alright, so I'm going to throw this in and then I am going to hit the pause button. And I am back. So, it's a budget product, $2.19 a bag. This bag was probably picked up somewhere around the West Virginia-Kentucky border. Swisher products are not sold in my area, but This is a fairly good tasting chew that has a juice that comes off it that can get a little, I don't want to call it zingy, but there is a slight mouthfeel in tender parts of the mouth, like where your tongue meets back by your back molar where your wisdom teeth would have been. Hopefully you still don't have them. It's a pretty rich taste too. Now, there are a number of Swisher products that are originals. Okay, you have this. You have Chattanooga. Lancaster is a little bit sweeter, but along the same lines. And they're all sort of the same, but what I just said about like the zinginess and the rich flavor only sticks out in my mind with the Starr. I'm not saying others don't have it because I can't really think about it, but they're not noteworthy to me. So it's with this. $2.19 a bag of chew, if you can get it somewhere around that price point, is pretty darn good considering this. I'm not trying to make out that this is Redman original. I'm not, all right? But, and I'm not trying to say it's many times over better than Chattanooga or the Lancaster. Lancaster's a little bit different because it's sweeter. But for that price, it's well worth it. I've liked the Starr, and I definitely like the peach. Okay, so if you see it, and if it costs a couple bucks, or if you're not really familiar with chew, and you don't want to put out a lot because you're not quite sure if you're going to like it or not, then this would be completely acceptable in my mind to as like a test run, if so to speak. So it's also nice that, although I mean, their boxes of 2 pouches were coming at a little over $5. So I guess you save a little more buying this single pouch at that price, but you know, it's still all pretty cheap, although this way you don't have to buy as much if you're not familiar with chewing. Nicotine is not going to be terribly high, especially even along the lines of chew. This is not going to be like a Redman original, although I feel that it is there. There is nicotine there. Packs down fairly well. There's no floaters or anything coming off it. It tastes good if you like originals. Okay? Spits well, you know, it's one of those things, you know, and Lord knows I have never given too many props to Swisher, but this is an alright product, and it's definitely alright when you get it at that price. So, this has been Chew Review Part 2, Starr Original Loose Leaf Chewing Tobacco. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy. I do hope you all are well. Do take care of yourselves, and God bless.